Okay, so our first vlog, we talked about these little seed licks. And I gave you a little finger pattern and a way of picking it and asked you, what chords would you use that over? First, let's talk about uh, um, the lick that I gave you and a true sequence. A true sequence has a cell, just like this, but its transposition is consistent. In, in our playing this lick, when we went up a fourth, but then we went up a third here, as well as the lick changed because of the way we tune the guitar, right? So if we want to keep it consistent, we have to say to ourselves this. If we're going to take this lick and say start on the note D, go up a half step to F to E flat, then to G flat, and then to F, that is actually a diminished kind of sound. And if we do a true transposition of that, if we transpose that correctly, let's say up a fourth, we would start then on G, and then C, then F. But the cell would change between the two strings here because of the way we tune the guitar, right? So it would be more like this then. Now, I have to go up a minor third, which would be the E instead of up to that, you see. That's a second. Here's a third. And then we would go and start again, and then the pattern would adhere. So that would be more of a true sequence. Okay, but the lick doesn't really make any sense. Now, this lick would make sense using it as a diminished lick. Let me show you. If I'm playing over a D7 like a 13 with a flat 9, that brings out a diminished scale. Just works fantastic. Now, what you would do, you could build a diminished scale from the flat 9 or sharp 1, however you want to look at it, flat 2. So in other words, if I'm playing over D, it would be E flat, or the third, F sharp, or the fifth, A, or the flat 7, which is C, and then it would just repeat. And so I could play a diminished scale or diminished chord based off all those chord tones, and it would resolve very nicely. Okay, same thing melodically. I could play a scale, diminished scale from that. However, on our lick, what we're going to do is we're going to take this lick, we're going to make it work for diminished. So one of the ways I could do that is move it up in minor thirds. Is it starting to sound like a Get Smart theme? Okay, so there is minor thirds. It's a little cumbersome to play it up like that, but if we put it onto the other strings, it's not too bad. But let's take it and let's transpose it now instead of up a minor third. Well, I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's just, and then we would start here on A, and then, now I could also transpose it up a diminished fifth. And when I do that, it fits the neck real nice. And that would resolve to G. You hear it? that's one way that I can use that lick as a diminished sound. So now I've taken a finger exercise and made a lick out of it. So I think that's a cool thing to do. Now I have a lot of lessons on diminished licks and arpeggios and scales and how to use them and stuff. Well worth the time to really check them out. But you might experiment with this little tiny cell and try to put it in your playing. And if I take it within one string group, I can make it work. Okay? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And gee, till next time, I'll see you later. Pick on. Happy picking.